there, Taurus. Welcome to your February 2024 General Tarot reading. It's Rena here. Doing things a little bit differently. I'm just going to pick 4 cards and talk about them for the month of February. Okay. The first card is the Ten of Cups, which is happily ever after. This is a card of marriage. This is a card of family harmony. And it's funny because as somebody with Taurus rising, I pay attention to astrological forecasts with Taurus in them for predictive forecasts for a month. And I've already done readings. I've already done astrology readings for the different signs for February. And for Taurus, there's a lot of energy in the 10th house of career. So you see the number 10 here. And 10 can be the father. The 10th house can be the father, can be authority figures. In astrology, 10 can be culmination. It can be kind of like the end of a cycle, but that sense of the harvest time. So with cups, we're talking about on the emotional level. So something may be coming, maybe you are getting married in February. I always admire people who get married at times that are not the typical one, like September or October or June or something like that. But it might be something connected to your career that just happens to create a lot of happiness for your family because it's going to help them, whatever it is that's going on. It's the pot at the end of the rainbow. That's another definition of it. The Devil card. Sometimes this can come up as some kind of temptation. So when you're talking about marriage, and oh yeah, well, if you think about it in terms of commitment and you're talking about marriage, the Devil card can be this temptation sometimes. Sometimes the Devil card can be lust, and that can mean that the person is in a marriage. And when I say marriage, it doesn't have to be a legal marriage, but a committed partnership. And there's this temptation to satisfy lust. And that could destroy all the things that are happening. Now, that doesn't mean that the Taurus person would ever follow through. It just means that it might be looming large. Another thing too is that, I just mentioned about all the career stuff that's going on astrologically, and Pluto is going into that 10th house. Now that's going to depend on your individual chart because Pluto will not be going into my 10th house, probably until 2020, maybe 2026 actually, because I've even looked at the ephemeris for 2025. So it's not a done deal that Pluto will, just because it's in Aquarius, that's going to be in your 10th house. But it will eventually get there. And the point is that what is, how badly do you want success? Because you might make a deal with the devil, and believe me, Pluto is connected to karma. It could be a karmic situation. So you don't want to, it could create karma that you don't want to have to experience the results of it. So look at those areas of life where this comes up for you. I do think, Taurus is a lusty sign, but I think Taurus is also a loyal sign. So I don't think that is necessarily a weakness for you ultimately. especially if you pay attention to what you have, what's going on in your life. We have the Sun card. This is a card of love, and this is a card of children, and you can even see a children in this card. So keeping your mind out for what is really important in your life, um, and also not just because of you valuing children, but what you want your children to learn about life from you as their teacher, because you are their guide in your behavior. So children can help to keep you moral, they can keep you ethical because you strive to be a better person. The Sun card is also about joy. So the Devil card is about feeling trapped in something. When somebody is trapped in the sins of the flesh, that pleasure becomes pain because it's in darkness. It's not something that's in the light. You know, there is such a thing as too much of a good thing. And there's also something to be said about, the simple things in life, the purity. Children represent purity. The Sun card represents all good things, including abundance, including joy, but creativity. And maybe, when they say somebody has sold their soul to the devil, sometimes it might mean, it's not, obviously, I'm not talking about literally, I'm talking about this idea of money taking precedence over a person's passions in life. And it's like, for someone to sacrifice their talents, they could be sharing their gifts with the world, and they're so focused on money that they're going to do something that isn't even something that they want to do. And they're going to do that 8 hours a day so that they can have more money that they can't even take with them beyond this material world. That to me sounds very foolish. But this is kind of the entrapment or the ensnarement that occurs. And that's what the Devil card represents. And by the way, the Devil card is connected to Capricorn, and Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. And Satan, the words Satan and Saturn are quite similar. So it makes you wonder, things that make you go, And the King of Swords, this is about being totally detached from a situation so that you can make a decision that is based on logic and not emotion. The Queen of Swords is a little bit more acknowledging the emotional side, but it's still head over heart. But the King of Swords is like, what's a heart? And sometimes that has to happen because you would never make a decision. The King of Swords can be a decision by like a judge. So maybe in some cases, if you, Taurus, have been with a narcissist and you have found new love, congratulations. This may be that you are finally being set free from someone who has been a real nightmare in your life, and you've finally been able to move on and find new love. And it's just showing that this is the kind of thing. Now, Jupiter is direct now in your sign, and that is giving you an extra boost of positivity and luck and desire for growth. And you also have Uranus in Taurus, and that is, making you want more freedom and not just to do the same old that you've always done, because Taurus does tend to be very I was going to say, like, doing the same things over and over again. I have Taurus rising, so I get it, but it isn't. It isn't something that is necessarily a good thing. And I have a lot of mutable influences, so it's really funny how it can really impact you. And even doing this spread, this is like different than I normally do, but I'm glad that I'm just not doing the same old all the time. So, anyway, that's what I have for you, Taurus. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.